As we know, gears are the least frequently updated brawler's weapon. At the moment, we have only 10 mythic gears in the game, and I decided to make a one for every single brawler. In this video, we'll show you ideas for every rare, super rare, and epic brawlers, including the newest brawler, Shade. Without further ado, let's get started. Starting with Shelly, her super deals an additional 125% damage at maximum range. It should make her more effective against long-range brawlers. For Nita, I have something that every single random should have. When Nita is defeated, Bruce heals to full HP. It wouldn't be really useful at a higher level, but in under 800, it might help your team a lot. For Colt, I made something that probably would be up at higher level gameplay. The first bullet in his attack deals an additional 50% damage. Since it's very easy to hit with it, I think it would be devastating. For Bull, I have a very simple but powerful idea. Bull dashes 35% faster. As you can see, difference is huge. I feel like Brock's ability to leave the fire trait is underrated, so I made a mythic gear to make it much more useful. Fire will last 100% longer if this gear is active. Primo used to counter every other tank in the game, but hypercharges ruined his reputation. This mythic gear increases his attack unload speed, as well as DPS, by 20% to help him against them. Honestly, Angel's ability Radiant Touch with a small balance would fit the healer's abilities nicely, especially Poco's. Now, hitting enemies guarantees a bit of healing for his teammates. Rosa gains a strong advantage inside bushes, so let's make it even more powerful. Now, she will also charge her super 50% faster there. Barley's attack is a bit boring, so I made mythic gear that increases its range by 1.5 of tile. Trust me, this would be a much bigger difference than you think. Starting with super rare brawlers, firstly we have Jessie. Her whole build focuses on Scrappy, so I decided to add something to her attack. With this gear, her projectiles will gain damage with each bounce, instead of losing it. For Dynamite, I have another simple, but annoying gear. When only one dynamite hits, it deals 25% more damage. I made something very interesting for 8-bit. Booster will guarantee every member of your team 10% damage boost, no matter where they are. The thing we all love in Rico is his ability to bounce attack from walls, so let's make it even more fun. Bounced attacks travel 20% faster. I think it would be cool if that boost increased with each bounce, but I'm not sure if that would be balanced. Write your opinion in the comments. I'm not really a Daryl player, but I feel like I want to see him dealing even bigger knockback. This gear doubles his super's damage and knockback. I think we all know what Penny's turret needs. With this gear, it will attack 20% faster, making it much more dangerous. This gear would turn Carl into a sniper. When his attack comes back, it deals an additional 35% damage. Technically, it's a bigger boost than damage gear. If you pull an enemy with your super, they still will be the one that hit first. This gear equalizes Jackie's chances by dealing a bit of damage to pulled enemies. I have a very interesting idea for Gus. He will deal more damage based on how close he is to summoning a ghost. Starting with epic brawlers, Piper's attack will also slow down enemies hit by her attack at maximum range. I hope that's not enough to make auto-aim overpowered. Frank often gets targeted when he uses his super, so I made a gear that helps him survive. During his super, he takes 35% less damage. Since BB is pretty strong in recent meta, I'll go with something simple. Her attack deals more damage if it causes knockback. For B, I made something to make her charged attack even more powerful. Her attacks deal 10% more damage at maximum range. As you can see, the difference of charged attack damage is huge. For Nani, I designed something really interesting. If she didn't deal any damage with her super, she will instantly recharge a bit of it. It would be really helpful if you want to destroy walls with your super, or when you're using teleport gadget. Since every single Edgar player uses billions of thumbs down during the game, there wouldn't be anything better to make him stronger than giving him a damage boost when he does so. Finally, our randoms have reason to spam it. For Bo, I made a cheaper version of his mutation. Instead of infinity sets of mines, he will be able to have 2 of them. Ems is played in game modes where she often faces healers, such as Hot Zone or Brawl Ball. So giving her ability to reduce enemies' healing should make her even more annoying to face. I've seen this idea as a 3rd star power, but since it's not as strong as his other star powers, I think it would be better to be a mythic gear. Now, he will charge super just by spawning. It's sometimes very hard to take advantage of returning dollars, so I made it even more rewarding for doing it. Their damage and speed is increased by 60% when they return. My randoms often have problems to hit with Grom's attacks, so I designed a mythic gear that comes with a solution for that. Grom's attack will simply travel 20% faster. Speed boost for Bonnie is a perfect thing, since in first form, she's really slow, and the second one simply would catch enemies easier. That's why I made that gear. For Gale, I revived his old star power, which was reworked a long time ago. If you're OG like me, you probably remember what it does. Using your super on teammates gives them a speed boost for a while. Colette often struggles with low HP brawlers, so here comes my gear. Her minimum damage will be increased by 35%, changing probably a lot of interactions. For Belle, I designed something very similar to her 2nd star power, but much better. Target marked with her supercharges MO 35% slower, making it even more difficult to defend yourself when you're marked. Ash is really strong when he charges maximum rage, but I'll make him even stronger. Now, he will also gain 15% shield when he reaches 3rd stage. Lola is a kind of controller as well, so I designed a gear for her that would help do that role. Her ego now will also slow down enemies hit by it. Sam becomes useless when he loses his gloves, so my idea is to give him 20% permanent speed boost when he doesn't have them. It's better for Mandy to use her focused attacks when she has full HP, but I have an idea to make her heal during attack. Each hit during focus heals her a bit. Maisie's attacks are very hard to hit, so my gear would fix that problem. Her attacks travel much faster now. I think the only Hank need actually is a faster bubble charge rate, so my gear would increase it by 20. I'm sure he would be even more prawn ready with this gear. Sometimes you can't get a single use of Pearl Super due to its tiny radius. With this gear, it will be increased by 1.5 of tile. For Larry and Lori, I wanted to design something that could affect both twins. This gear makes the first volley of attack deal 30% more damage. Angelo is so far the only brawler whose build affects his water walk trait. I added him a new ability connected to it. Now, he will charge his super when he's on the water. Barry's melted ice creams from the super are actually worse than these from attack, because they can't stack with damage boost. To make up for it, they will be a bit bigger if this gear is active. And lastly, Shade's super lasts 1 second longer, making his super even more broken. Since he's a new brawler, I don't really know what he needs, so I will go with something simple.